There are many dimensions beyond the ones that we can see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. The first dimension is called the physical plane. This dimension holds our life force. So the first dimension is where we are today, right now. The second dimension is our consciousness. Our consciousness holds our thoughts, our memories, and our dreams. The third dimension is the spiritual plane, where our souls go upon death. The fourth dimension is the one in which we feel psychicness, clairvoyance, auras, reincarnation, and spiritual life after death, due to the displacement of energy. The fourth dimension is where you travel when you are in between death and life. This is what you call the ghostly dimension, because it's in this dimension that you can actually live outside of your body. You are more energy than you are, of course, human form. So your capabilities are more heightened. And you can do things, including moving objects. Does anybody know what a spirit is? Anybody? What's a spirit? A spirit. Does anyone know what a spirit is? A ghost, if you remember. What's a ghost? What is a spirit? Energy, but besides that, what do you know technically what that is?
Well, it used to be a human and it died.
All right, well, technically, what a spirit is, and this is something you need to write down, because if you ever encounter anything ghostly, it's very important to know that a spirit is the energy inside our body that contains our thoughts and our memories. And that's a very important thing, especially to a psychic, because many psychics will be contacted from people who are beyond the grave. And many of those people will want our help to help them pass over so that they can be at peace. I see dead people all the time, and people laugh at me because of that movie, I see dead people. Remember that little boy? I think it was A Sixth Sense, but I'm not too sure about that. Well, I have many, many stories, and I have very little time, so I don't want to get into all of the stories. But some of the stories I will tell you too really quickly. I was going down the road one day, and my sister was with me, and I actually saw a woman cross the road, and I said, oh my God, she's going to get hit by a car, and then I realized she's not with us in this dimension. And shortly after, probably about, I would say maybe a minute, there was a tree and a cross, and with her picture. She had died, she had been hit on that road. And this is going to be my spiritual energy. Another time, I went to pick up a lottery ticket at a convenience store. And I actually saw a man looking inside my window, clear as day. And I knew at this particular time, now I know spirits from the living. When you first see a spirit, sometimes you don't know it from a living being. And when I saw this person, I knew he was a spirit, and I wanted to know why he was hanging around this convenience store. So I went into the convenience store. And I asked them if anything strange had happened, any accidents had happened recently. And the man told me a man took a heart attack and died the day before. And I knew for a fact that that was the man who I saw looking in my car window. So that's what energy is. And he was probably looking for his own car. You know, they remember, spirits remember, and that is why when you are dealing with people who say they have seen ghosts, which I have, you can hear crying, you can hear laughter. There are many, many sounds a spirit can make. It's not so much that they're happy or that they're sad. These are just the movements that they made in life. And in cases of murder, a lot of times I will hear crying, I will hear screaming. And it's just because I'm hearing their last moments of life. I'm hearing death itself. And they're capable of sending those signals, those energy signals, so that we can hear them. But of course, a spirit doesn't hear. And what you are hearing is leftover energy that they received in their lifetime when they did have human form. Now, the last two dimensions are the fifth dimension, which is beyond the gravitational pull. In science fiction, this is where all aliens come from. I don't know if you ever watched The Twilight Zone, or there's several other shows out there that they'll always talk about the fifth dimension. And then, of course, the sixth dimension is unknown to man completely. It's a dimension of the unexplained. As I said at the beginning of this, negativity is very detrimental to psychic awareness. All negative emotions such as anger, hatred, intolerance, and violence, they need to be put in a creative place where everyone can take an example from their detrimental outcome. The best place for negative emotions is creativity. Your creativity will help you become more psychically aware, just as being psychically aware helps you to become more creative. Now, many people who I train in psychic awareness, they always tell me, I can't draw, and I can't do this, and I can't sing, and all this stuff. But once they hit their psychic peak, and they start becoming psychically aware, they start to draw. The biggest tool is get your negativity out. Curse, swear, in the book, not at somebody. Put all your negativity on paper. Once you do this, and you do this every single time you're negative, you're channeling that negativity into creativity. And what's going to happen is you're going to become a more creative person outward, because you're taking your negativity and you're grounding it. Once we open our senses to the psychic energy inside us, our minds become clearer. Colors we see, they become brighter, the taste becomes stronger, the smells become stronger. Everything in psychic awareness is an awakening, which is absolutely wonderful. It's like your whole soul is just awakening.